everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
And I'm sure he's not pleased with these stats. His rebounding has taken a bit of a tumble over the last couple of months. He's really got to get his energy back up on the glass and start fighting for boards again.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal frontcourt pair. And it's Bataze in at the 5. And for the Pelicans, Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. And as teams run through the finish line of the season, Grant, there must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're peers?
He's checked in for DeJounte Murray. And here's New Orleans now. Here's Fears. Coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. Outside Jones. Williamson left side. And Williamson throws it down.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
Magic trail by 4. Covered by Williamson. Here's Bataze. Pelicans cleared away. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I have been lying to you. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. 6 to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. Another miss by Orlando. New Orleans leading by 6. Jones with the ball. He's picked up by Bain. Pass to Fears. Williamson outside. Here's Fears. From the high post. It's rebounded by Wagner.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
Now here's Bain. Not a lot of room to the paint. Pass to De Silva. And here's Bain. To stop the drought. Drills it from deep. Bain's got 11 points.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Here's Fears. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13 and a half a game. Williamson, no good.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Bataze with a screen. 4-3. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
Jones against Wagner. Here's Williamson. And a Orleans no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Pass to Bain. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Here he goes. And the layup is good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
This big run has given them the boost they needed to push through and snatch the lead.
Well, offense and defense, guys, are complementing each other really well here. This is good basketball to watch.
Here's Spears. Pass to Williamson. Here's Spears. Will it go? It's rebounded by Batase.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Wagner inside, working on Jones. They set the pick to the middle. And stolen by Williamson. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. And the dunk by Jones.
Good defensive reflexes from Zion. Sees a chance to force a turnover and turns it into a fast break.
Now here's Bain. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Mavericks in Dallas. Releases. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Herb Jones, he's feeling it tonight, folks, and has been the driving force for the Pelicans. He gave his all to help his team in that quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Good to have you with us on this Easter Sunday. We're ready for more of the NBA on 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Orlando has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. They've got Fears, Sadiq Bey out there with Yves Missi, and it's Queen in at the 4-man spot. That's the Pelicans 5. Inside, here's Carter. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Just a real solid understanding of how to exploit the defense. Carter Jr. impressive at positioning himself in these situations.
The Pelicans trail. Pass to McGowan's. On the wing, Bey. 14 points for him last game against Sacramento. Down low. Here's Missi. Soft touch off the glass. Missi's got his first basket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And for the Magic, they're shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. To the inside. Pass to De Silva. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Banchero. The Pelicans pull it in. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Inside. Here's Missi. And that one is hammered home.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
Orlando trailing here. We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Here's Banchero. Banchero delivers inside.
Oh, what tenacity on the board. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
Pass to Misi. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Here's Queen. No good on the three. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. It's tipped and stolen by Bay. Buries it down low. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And with most NBA defenses bringing help from that weak side corner, that opens up offenses for the weak side crash, Clark.
Yep, if I was still playing BA, I would make way on that offensive glass board, wreaking havoc on the boards, extra opportunities, plenty the way the game is played now.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Williamson's checked in for Misi. Jones comes in for Bay. And Trey Murphy subbed in for McGowan's. And the Magic making a change here as well. Suggs is checked in for Black.
The future is shining bright for Banchero. He's a multifaceted big guy who could really, I think, be the centerpiece of an organization.
Pass to Williamson. Here's Fears. Clock at 6. From outside the arc. He missed it. Now 3 for 7. Orlando has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Now here's Banchero. Outside Carter from downtown. And it's Queen with a rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Williamson. Zion! Aggressive on the interior.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Pass to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Carter's a really good pick-and-roll partner. Excellent hands, and he can finish, too.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Here's Queen. He's checked by Carter. Williamson with it. He picked up 36 points in their last win against Sacramento. Good. Fears has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And here's Suggs. Here's De Silva. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Picked by Carter. Here's Suggs. Williams grabs the board. It's a one-on-one situation. Jones, the pass to Queen. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 4 assists now tonight.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Franz Wagner checked in for Orlando. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, the Magic now looking to take the next step, Clark.
You know, B.A., making the playoffs was the first step for this young core. And now that they have some experience, they've added some talent, too. So they're determined to continue to progress towards championship contending status.
Williamson against Banchero. Williamson, no good. The Magic have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Wagner for 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
When it comes to his three-point shooting, Wagner's accuracy goes up in those corners.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Williamson, right side. Great D that time from Banchero. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Suggs, no good. And so it's Bay who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 2. Williamson passes to Jones. Jordan, the screen. The 3. And Trey Murphy hits from deep. 9 points in the game.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Orlando has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And the Magic lead by 1.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
They were out-hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Orleans making a change here. Murray's checked in, and a change for the Magic. Baines checked in. Jones against Bain. Puts it up from 12. And too long on the shot. Orlando leading. Pass to Carter. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Carter's got 6.
Completing. The fast break, Carter Jr. there showing you what it looks like to be a rim runner.
And here's Murray, and he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Outside Jones, 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The 3 ball. Murray, no good. Magic leading by 3. Pass to Bain. And that one drops for him. He's got 13.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bain can still do damage inside.
Now Murray. Jones, the pass to Murray. Jordan, the screen. To the middle. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, you got Murray running the pick and roll. The timing is going to be right on time every time.
Knocks it loose. To the paint. Here's Williamson. No, stopping him there. That's on Franz Wagner. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Down low, Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim and make it look easy.
Pelicans trail. He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Orlando has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Pass to Carter. Bain surveying the D. Back to Carter. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
This is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable, in my opinion. Feels like he can score at will from there.
Well, the Pelicans shooting a fantastic 57%. All right, Clark, let me ask you this. What can other big men learn from Wendell Carter Jr.?
I like his steadiness. He's shown a maturity since he's been in the league. He doesn't seem to get too high or low emotionally. You need fire and competitiveness and physicality to play down low, but you still have to control yourself, and I think he does a good job of that.
Bain finds Wagner. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
Just punishing the defense from the interior. Wagner doesn't mind scoring against physical defense.
Here's Murray. New Orleans calls timeout. Well, when you need a bucket late in games, Franz Wagner seems to be your guy, Clark.
Yeah, he's made a name for himself as a fourth-quarter producer. I mean, time and time again, Wagner has made...
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Pelicans ahead, leading by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court. And be ready for the fan court shot. All right, they're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
It's a very exciting group. We get to watch them grow. The league has adjusted to them along the way, but they've adjusted back.
Some great coaching as well to bring these guys along. Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
You look at their success so far, and the result is great execution. They're playing within themselves and within the system.
Which I suppose accounts for the low turnover total. Or that's just me. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you gotta like what we're seeing from Desmond Bain. He's checked in for New Orleans. On the court for the Magic. On the wing, it'll be Bain and Wagner. Goga Bitadze is out there with Paolo Banchero. The game now all tied up. 16 points now for Trey Murphy.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Wagner outside. The 3 from Banchero. The Pelicans pull it in.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother them.
Pass to Murray. Inside. Stolen by Bain. Murray against Wagner. Over Murray. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 13 now. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Orlando?
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
You know, something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot total, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Black's checked in for Orlando.
14-5.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Pass to Bay. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Orlando's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. The Pelicans shooting just about 43% on the third. Now Jordan. Orlando with the rebound. Metaze's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Banchero. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Banchero's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
Pelicans trail by 3. Shot from the wing. Bucket again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Well, the Magic's shooting 47% during this third quarter. And Carroll with a screen on Murray. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Queen, he's checked in for Jordan.
Number 17. Line for 1.
And that one misses. And so it's Bay who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Pass to Queen. Here's Murray. Oh, sweet move. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Left side Jones. Takes a 3. Murray, no good. Magic leading by 3. Driving in. And here's Banchero. He's covered by Bay. Pass to Queen. Now here's Bay. Guarded by Banchero. Bay passes to Queen. Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Black outside. The 3 from Banchero. And it's Queen with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 3. Now here's Murray. He's got 5. Queen, pass to Bay. Here's Queen. Now Jones. Metaze covering. And the dunk by Jones.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. De Silva comes in for Bain. And Caro outside. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Carter, good.
You know, when Carter Jr. is hitting this, it opens up everything else. Love seeing him get going from there.
Here's Spears. Picked by Williamson. To the paint. And it's Orlando with a rebound. And Caro's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to De Silva. Lets it go from deep. And Fears pulls it down. Pelicans trail by 4. Williamson finds Bay. 1:05 left in the third. Here's Fears. Back to Williamson. Shot clock at 5. He tries for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. They host the Pistons after this one, and that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Pass to Carter. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Well, we've come to expect Carter to be good for a steady performance. But tonight, he's taking over on the offensive end.
Williamson against Caro. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Caro. New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts in the game.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
The Pelicans making a switch here. McGowan's is checked in.
Even as much as we've seen him, we still marvel at the power of Zion around the basket. It's hard for a defender. To deal with this kind of strength. 1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And so it's Orlando, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there for him.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Zion Williamson out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Fears, and it's Queen in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Williamson right side. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. And the Pelicans making a change here. Misi's checked in. Orlando with the ball. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Wagner looking it over. Unloads from 13. And he gets the jumper to drop.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Here's Queen. Offline with a 3.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
They outside. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Pass to Fears. Launches it. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got rebound number 7 tonight. He's covered by Bay. Here's De Silva. Orlando moving the ball around. Wagner outside. 5 to shoot. Back to Carter. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pelicans trail by 14. Here's Misi. Oh, nice D from Carter. Suggs with it. Carter, a screen on Bay to the middle. And it's slammed in by Carter.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
The Pelicans call timeout. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Williamson outside. For 3, Fears. Pure from 3-point range.
And this might be a growth area for Fears. His accuracy could even be better.
To the inside. Carter, the pass to Suggs. Shoots. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to the wing. Here's Queen inside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Grant, with the young Jeremiah Fears, the focus seems to be on his potential upside.
Yeah, he scores well, has a decent passing game, but there's room for more polish in other areas. As long as he works hard on developing, he'll reach that next level. Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Jordan's checked in for the Pelicans. Wagner outside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Pelicans trail by 11. To the wing on the left. Pass to Fears. Now here's Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Fears. Lets the 3 fly. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Williamson's got 5 assists in the game. Magic leading by 8. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. And it's Pelicans ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Pass to Queen. 6 to shoot. The three-pointer off the mark. For Orlando, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. And it's Queen with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 8. Williamson inside. Defended by Wagner. Williamson misses. Pass to Suggs. Bay. And another miss by Orlando. And so it's Bay who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Williamson uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Orlando making some changes. Bataze's checked in for Carter. Paolo Banchero comes in for De Silva. And it's Bain in for Franz Wagner. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Williamson. Oh, the power of Zion.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Pelicans trail by 8. Jordan with a screen on Banchero. Here's Williamson. Orlando with the rebound. Bataze's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Simply controlling the glass. I mean, +10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out. You get your feelings hurt.
Pass to Williamson. Over Banchero. Again, Williamson missing. Magic leading by 10. Down low. Suggs. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Absolutely flying. Look at Suggs using those hops to jam it home.
Outside Murray. To the left side wing. And stolen by Banchero. And it's Orlando on the break. Bataze a screen on Williamson to the paint. And Bataze throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Williamson inside. Working on Banchero. Williamson, no good.
Rough start for him, for sure. He needs to make a shot just to gain some confidence.
And Carroll with a screen on Murray. Three-pointer, no good.
This is...
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots. I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Murray from outside. Orlando with a rebound.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've
have been absolutely dominant. The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Pelicans trail by 18. To the middle. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
Bataze a screen on Murray. Pass to Bataze. Banchero outside. Inside. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. The Magic making a switch here. Wagner's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
.16 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Well, yes, the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account. And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Hey, from long range. It's hauled in by the Magic. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Fears. Pass to Queen to stop the drought. The three is in!
Great read there by the rookie Fears. That kind of selfless attitude goes a long way with his teammates.
Picked by Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Fears. Can't hit it from 12 feet. So it's the Magic winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And let's reveal our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.